lots of local artists, the DJs, lots of food and drinks on sale. So this Friday, the St. George's Carnival Committee launches off their carnival at the Calico Hard Court. You don't want to miss this. This is not brought up by the CDC. Vinci Mars 2025.
Hello champions, I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today I'm here to introduce you to the red and green Lviv Fruit Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
Protect the children. Yeah. Don't be afraid to speak out. Teach the kids their rights. Physical and sexual abuse must stop. Join me in this fight now. I want you to see suspects say among friends and families. See suspects say in the schools and communities. Children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different
We
lane.
gon' spin and kill everybody, and we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Can you not have an orgasm for that?
Paddler's Diapers. Paddlers for comfort, care, and cost. Absorbent, long-lasting diapers for babies and adults. I will only give my loved ones the best. Paddlers are available at Lanes and selected distributors. Lanes, the family store for value.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. a journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride, not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run, it's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom.
I want you to look in front of the mirror and put that thing you call a bumper. No, I want you to touch your 10 toes. Every girl start. Line up, 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 line up. Don't waste time. Kill them with the wine, kill them with the wine. Style, oh, kill them with the wine, kill them with the wine. That's for me. Kill them with the wine, kill them with the wine. Kill them with the wine, kill them with the wine. That's for me. Watch it from the back, then you make it clap. Watch it from the back, then you make it clap. Watch it from the back, then you make it clap. Watch it from the back, then you make it clap. Get up, shake it where your mama give you. Show them where your mama give you. Shake it where your mama give you. Show them where your mama give you. Yeah, where she got it from? She got it from her mama. Body is the fittest. Wasn't that the drama? She like a gymnast, like a common stretch it. Then you hold up at it. Rock it back and down. I think look at your shoulder. When you reach on me on the shoulder, I think look at you in trouble. Cause you know when you're from the shoulder.
Kill them with the wine, girl. Kill them with the wine. Kill them with the wine. Shake what your mama give you. Shake, shake what your mama give you. Shake. If you got it, flaunt it. You gonna be the envy of the town. Some people. I'm not good. Let me. Hey, sometimes my mind take me in some places, and oh my God. Self-control, you have to be able to practice self-control. Well, me personally, I can become slack at times, loose, carefree at times. Good morning, good morning, good morning to our early risers. Welcome inside. Well, even from since yesterday, you realized that we were battling with internet stability. Alright, and well, that situation has worsened this morning, so very unstable. It's quite unstable, the internet connection in studios this morning, so you're gonna have to bear with us for a little bit. Alright, welcome. I see Ann inside, Michael, Roslyn, Angie, Angela, Chanel, Mary, Mervin, Winston, good morning. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Williams, Delon, Fitzmore is on the inside as well. All the morning. Call somebody and let somebody know that we're inside. Tag somebody, hit them up, wake them up, shake them up, let them know we're on the inside. Like I said, there might be intermittent weather as it relates to the internet this morning, so be mindful of that. All right, let me see. Like I said, I also said that it's a shortened version. It's a Friday morning, so it's bite size this morning. It's grab and go this morning. I started off just a while ago by asking, have any one of you seen or heard anything from NEMO, the National Emergency Management Organization here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Anybody? Somebody? Is there any one of you out there who've heard anything at all as it relates to the upcoming hurricane season? Less than 2 weeks away. less than 2 weeks away, and we have not heard, even as it relates to basic preparation. We haven't heard anything. Well, I haven't heard. Let me speak for me. I haven't heard anything at all. Any report, any update, any mood in the form of preparation from Nemo. What's happening? Somebody want to get inside early? Good morning.
Good morning, brother Fuji.
Morning. Welcome.
Well, you know Hamilton would call you in morning, so you don't know.
I realize
I'm just as part of the program as those people who are basically, looking at streaming. Because
yes,
for me, I call people that say, listen to Fuji. And they say, who is Fuji? And some say Fuji man and some say good. And I'm saying, hey, my brother, education is all I want. Me come here for no agenda, me not do no party. And so I'm saying, without Hammy, nobody going to know about hurricane. And I'm saying, hey, you're correct, Demo. But you see, if you continue on the line, you're going to walk. Because they're going to say, will call the students and get him out because he's criticizing me. But I'm saying is that Miss Forbes and Nemo have done a good job.
Hamo. You see, when you make statements like those,
yes, please.
I can say that if I continue along this trajectory, that the PM is gonna call anybody and threaten my job. So let us refrain from making those. We have to be explicit.
No, but you see, you see, careful. I'm a very responsible person.
Yeah, we have to be. People love to call and they love to sue, and I don't have money.
No, but let me say this. I work hard to come to him day. I would never thought.
Let's talk about Nemo. Nemo
is a disorganized institution, and let me say this right now. If you come by my house, you see my house damaged from many hurricanes, and I can't even get a nail. But there are thousands of people across the country that doesn't get it, and so people are worried. St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, other countries, they don't worry. Grenada, for example, well, boy, if there's a hurricane, boy, they're going to come and look at your house because you don't have to support any one side to get help from Nemo. But this is a fact.
Have you heard anything? I know usually. Yes, you're the man on the ground who will be calling these people when you don't hear from them. When we don't hear from them.
Yes, so
you made any calls?
You hear they say, well, I call them very early, and let me say,
so what are they saying?
What are they saying? Very critical. I am so proud of the Met Office and the head of the Met Office. People afraid to they don't call a name. But Mr. Jeffers is an individual that doesn't work for Nemo, and he is literally in meetings, urging people, coming on radio, very, very professional to give us all the warning. He doesn't send it out to all stations, whether an opposition station or ULP station. And I think, I have recommended put this man to run Nemo. But for me, the reality is that hurricane season, we had a threat the other day with a storm. Predictions have already come out from, as you know, the National Weather Center. It's going to be above normal. 17 named storms, 9 hurricane predicted.
I think it's up to 20 now.
Yeah, well, the thing is that, you know what really saves us, Brother Fuji? I'm not here to hold you up. I'm here to help and give education so we could empower people and people could know. You know what has really saved us? That very early part, around May, June, July, August, sometimes it going a little more. Is the Sahara dust? That is what basically has saved us. So what is up save me in this little breaking down house here and say I'm hoping that this year the dust will come out and flow because those is what weakened the very systems. And last year for some strange reason we had dust come out, but then there was a slackening period and then it allowed barrels to form. Okay. My reality is that the Nemo should have come since Grenada, Dominica, my daughters in Anguilla. They come out since January making preparations, warning the public, going as far as to tell the public put aside a little thing, pack up your little bags and so on. And I'm saying, to end this, you're gonna like it. What is our opposition? What is our politicians doing? If you and Bing don't come on here sometimes,
Hamo, what is Nemo? Nemo is mandated to take charge. Let me tell you something. I don't know if people know.
You call Nemo too hard.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I don't know if people are aware, but during a hurricane,
yes, please.
It's not the Prime Minister is in charge and Nemo is in charge. It's only in St. Vincent we just allow certain things to happen.
Well, you
But
said
during a
Prime Minister-
natural disaster,
Remember-
Nemo takes charge
You remember
of
last
what
year?
happens.
You remember
So
last
forget
year,
about the
right?
politicians.
No, but you remember last year when we had burial? Oh, Jesus Lord. Up comes your Prime Minister. Tropical hurricane coming. This and that and that is not his job.
All right. No, it's not. No, it's
All
not.
I'm saying is that for me.
Bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it home. Let's go.
Let
Let's
me bring it
go.
home. Let me bring it home.
Bring it home.
I'm calling for a shake-up in Nemo. I'm calling for people that can run our country and protect us. I'm calling for the leader of the country, mind you, I ain't saying Prime Minister, and leaders, including opposition. We don't have to. Let me sit, we have a little session, take a few hours, and let me talk about what we can do.
Right
and
now.
let me tell you something. Let me bring in a man like Fuji.
No, leave me out of it. Leave me out. Leave me out. Leave me out.
Let me tell you something, okay, they say who you supporting?
Hammer. I gone, right? We're gonna have to link up Monday morning, please and thanks. Too much going around the bushes and we don't have the time for it. We don't have the time, brother. We don't have the time this morning. Alright, it's been a crazy morning already. The internet ain't where it's supposed to be and a lot of things. Listen. Nemo is yes or no. Have you heard anything at all from Nemo? Less than 2 weeks away from the hurricane season. Where is Nemo? Can anybody find Nemo? Has there been any form of community consultation? The state of readiness. Where are we as a country that has been devastated by a hurricane, a category 4, as recent as last year? Where are we? Our state of readiness. Where is Nemo in all of this? Good morning.
Morning, Fuji.
Morning, welcome, brother.
Yeah, Nemo must be just fell asleep for a little moment, man. You ain't reached the 4th of June yet.
Ah, man, it's crazy.
Anyway, I promised you since last week was to read something for you, right?
But here what we'll do. Let me just get to the ads and then we come back and we switch it up. Because I wanted to just put it out there. Because usually when we put it out there, then the respective departments or ministries, they would respond. Right? So I just had to get the Nemo part out there this morning. Right? So let's pay some bills and we come back.
Alright,
then, me buddy. Good. Alright, let me see. I see somebody else trying to get inside. Good morning. This probably is Nemo. Good morning, Nemo.
Good morning, Fuji.
Morning, how are you doing?
Not bad. I don't know how far the program is because the internet messing up as this.
Yeah, the internet is really problematic this morning. But
we still talking Nemo?
Yeah, we still talking Nemo. You would know before anyone else. Have you heard anything from Nemo?
I personally haven't, apart from the Facebook page where they post where some rain expected and to be on the lookout. But in terms of hurricane preparation, I haven't seen anything.
You heard anything? You made any calls? Anybody called you? And maybe the hurricane season has been postponed.
No, it's not the first. But my news network personally, I would not say that I would blame Nemo because we had a falling out last year. And I personally tell them to send me information. I mean, it's a long explanation, but I haven't seen it on a news network without sending really to say Nemo send this or Nemo send that.
But even though they don't send it to you directly for whatever reason, you haven't seen it anywhere else. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it anywhere. And if you judge from what you see now, you're among this is supposed to be the weather season right now.
Correct.
And you're among the rain is coming here and there, and one day the sun is hot and next minute it's rain.
And it has been raining since last week, no?
Last week.
For now.
I mean, they could say that you're supposed to know to prepare for a hurricane. But if you have a job to do, you have to do the job.
Well, plain and straight, right? That's what you're getting paid to do.
Because for the past 2 years, since Vincent, well, I know it's pretty, but the last I think before what was the hurricane before that? We got it all in the season. I mean, we didn't get anything after that. But when they came very powerful and plenty damage.
Yep.
And some people still recovering, and they recover yet.
Have you heard anything in regards to, because I've been hearing talks about persons who were displaced since last year following burial. There are some persons who are at apartments where the contracts are coming to an end, and they haven't been hearing anything as to the way forward. So it's like a situation where it's either you pack up and go back to your home that is not even completed from since last year, or what? Where are they? Because if the contracts are out, the what do you call them? The homeowners, the apartment, the landlords, they haven't been hearing anything either. So where are we? Not too sure if you heard anything in this regard.
Well, I haven't heard anything in that regard. But it's a serious situation, because now I know they can't put it wouldn't be right for landlord to put out persons who are homeless out of their establishment. But they put them doing business.
That is it.
You see, and I would tell you now, I have like 5 friends from Barbados who's trying to get apartments, a house, a little Ramon shop to stay for Carnival. And they can't find any. And some of these apartments and guest houses haven't been paid since people in the apartment.
There we go. So it's between a rock and a hard place for some of these owners, right?
Yeah, rock and a hard place. But if I anything from Nemo, I will call and tell you.
Please and thanks. We would appreciate it.
Alright.
Alright then. That's everybody. Good to hear from you as well.
Good.
Alright. Okay, we got some commercials coming up. The mission is to find Nemo. I would usually leave you with a bit of homework on the weekends. The mission this weekend, your task this weekend, your homework this weekend is to find Nemo. Less than 2 weeks away from the start of the hurricane season, and Nemo is nowhere to be found. Not even to give us an update from what happened last year and what is the way forward, even as it relates to hurricane shelters. Hurricane shelters in some areas were completely destroyed. Some partially destroyed. Some are still being repaired. That leaves us where? Do you some homework this weekend. Don't idle, don't party all weekend. Get some homework done. We'll be back after these messages. George Bing is coming along fine. He, by the grace of God, will be back in on Monday morning. Alright? Pay some bills and we come right back.
Boy, listen to the forecast. Later there's plenty rain. That's sending a broadcast. Look out for the storm again. I tell you to stay inside. But if you want to come outside, you better prepare yourself. Cause we coming like a mad hurricane. We mash up session like a mad hurricane. Let's go.
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Let me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Paddler's Diapers. Paddlers for comfort, care, and cost. Absorbent, long-lasting diapers for babies and adults. I will only give my loved ones the best. Paddlers are available at Lanes and selected distributors. Lanes, the family store for value.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, closing deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited.
Madam, oh Lord, see my ex with a new man, feel like she new burn. We inside a session, party kicking up hard. She put up, she do one, whining back on the man. You think I gave a damn? You're mad. The day you leave me, the day you leave, I started to see my way. When you hurt me, I went away. What I thought was a tragedy was a blessing. The day you believe was a blessing.
A blessing.
Feeling so
God knows I can't wait for that day to come. Yeah. A blessing. My hands up high. I'm whining low. I'm glad you go.
I can never.
All the morning. Listen, I'm in a place right now. I don't know about you, but are you really in a good place? Are you happy? Are you, let me use the word content. Are you really content Are you satisfied with the state of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the current state of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Whether it is health care or what's happening in relation to crime, what's happening in relation to jobs, maybe education, what's happening in relation to the economy, the finances. Can you honestly say to yourself, or say to anyone else, that you're good, you're in a good place, you're in high spirits, you're satisfied, you're content with what's happening, with all that's happening? Now, give me 1 minute, caller, just 1 minute. I ask that because, let me be honest with you, I'm not really in a good place as it relates to that information that came out with the audit report. That audit report has been giving me sleepless nights. I ain't gonna lie for you. It has been giving. I don't know about you, but how can we be comfortable? And you know what is even more disturbing? What is even more upsetting? We haven't heard anything whatsoever. No response whatsoever from the government, from the Minister of Finance, not even from one of the ministers from the respective ministries. Nothing. I'm not in a good place with it. I need to hear something. Maybe that's just me. I just need to hear something. What really happened there? And the sad part about it, that is what we got in 2024 from 2021. In my view, I am of the firm belief that it is tremendously worse now than that information that we got for 2021. Good morning, caller. Sorry.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that. 22, 23, and 24 should be worse than 21.
Say that again. Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. If you talk about the audit. Yeah. Now, Fuji, let me just read this thing and get it over and done with.
Right. Talk to me.
All right. Since last week, I promised the listeners and you to read this report.
Yes.
Now, this is not my report. This is not my report. This is the Auditor General's report. Right? Now, and I heard Lansford some time ago talking about he asking for audits and this and that and that. But I don't know why you don't mention about his audit from 2007 to 2010.
Boy.
Right? Now, I hate hypocrisy. That is my number one thing about hatred. It's hypocrisy. Special audit report. Let me get to it. It's a summarized version. Special audit report, Cuban Integrated Health Program. January 2007 to April 2010. It's called the CIHP, in short. In March 2010, the audit office decided to conduct a special report, a special audit of the operations of the Cuba Integrated Health Program under the Ministry of Health and Environment in relation to the procedures for purchase, custody, and accounting for items procured by the Ministry of Health. The decision to proceed on this special audit was taken on account of the following observations made in the Treasury accounting system, Smart Stream. Remember you mentioned all last week, Smart Stream? Yeah. And on the payment vouchers. 1. Frequency of the purchase of fast food from KFC. 2. Purchases of large quantities of computer equipment and supplies. 3. Listen to this. Refunds being made to the International Airport Development Company. This is the Ministry of Health. Now,
what is it? Refunds, you said? You said refunds?
Yeah, it says right there, refunds being made to the International Airport Development Company.
All right, go ahead. Don't mind me.
Right. A scrutiny of the agreement between the Ministry of Health and the Environment and the Ministry of Public Health of the Republic of Cuba and the Ministry of Health and Environment books revealed that a large percentage of these purchases were not in keeping with the agreement. The audit was conducted for the period January 2007 to April 2010 to review the adequacy of the internal control system for controlling the procurement of goods for the Cuban Integrated Health Program. The audit included a series of interviews with the permanent secretary and the executive officer in the Ministry of Health and Environment, who are responsible for managing the program. A number of purchase orders, payment vouchers, and invoices from suppliers and customs declarations were examined along with the selection of related transactions in the Treasury account. Now, let me shorten it up. It's 17 pages, people. The major findings, this is the conclusion.
Right.
The major findings of the audit are outlined. The permanent secretary delegated authority to the executive officer to manage the program. A large percentage of the funds, listen to this, a large percentage of the funds were not expended for the purpose intended by Parliament, was utilized to purchase items for use by the Ministry of Health and Environment, such as computer equipment and supplies, deep freeze, washers, thumb drives. A number of items imported under the ministry's concession, as well as some items purchased locally, were not produced for audit inspection. One to them, did it pay? Absence of internal control. Wastage of resources. No wonder they have to keep borrowing money. Now, last 2 points. Pay attention. Circumvention of Central Supply Tenders Board procedures.
Wow.
Let me read that again. Circumvention of Central Supply Tenders Board procedure. Last one. Circumvention of Ministry of Finance controls. So what happened? They decide they're going to spend the money how they want and do what they want without any oversight, or being prepared for any oversight coming down the pipeline. Was the Ministry of Health an entity unto themselves? Run by whom? The same man who just phoned in and talk about he got this and he got that, and nobody ain't gonna stop you from talking, and I mean, this is an internal audit. This is a special audit that was done specifically for the Ministry of Health under Lansford Week's watch.
But this man,
it's done wearing his acolyte clothes like if he's holier than thou.
But whatever became, I mean, this is madness. This is total madness. But whatever became of this? I mean, what actions were taken?
That is the $1 trillion question. That is the $1 trillion question. Why was it suppressed and didn't go any further? Who was part of the instrument? Who was instrumentally involved in the roadblock revolution?
But you see. But at the end of the day, I mean, someone must be held accountable for this.
But Fuji.
But God.
Fuji, in a real world, if this was under the colonial government system, I know plenty of people, a lot of them dead now, who went to jail for handling a few dollars.
But brother, this is madness. This ain't even sound like it is. I mean, there's the head of the department. Yes, the person that was in charge. There's that person, but to me, I get the impression that there's several persons involved in this. I mean, yes, but the person at the head must be held responsible. A lot of it more than likely would have been under his or her directive. I'm just saying.
There you go. I mean, Fuji, I mean, you spelling it out in plain and simple English for them who probably can't pick it up, but so, it is what it is.
But my thing is, I mean, so all this and nothing, no one was held accountable, no one was made to repay. It was never addressed. What really going on?
There are two things that a lot of you guys on the radio ask for all the time, including members of the opposition: transparency
and accountability.
Right? And accountability. Now, we see a lot of, I mean, you guys talk about a lot of different things, Fuji, about why things get swept under the rug. And there is never an answer for it. Never.
Boy,
But these are the kind of things that I hate when people come on the radio. And I know you will come next week with some kind of nonsense.
But this ain't even sound like the mayor, head of department, man. This gone over the head of the minister for the respective ministry. I mean, why was this one individual given all this authority?
But listen to this, Fuji. Listen to the last point. Circumvention of Ministry of Finance control. So what? you're doing things and the man who provided the money ain't know nothing we're going on.
Jeez. It's like a lot onto him own self.
That I just said that. These guys are department. They were a department under their own governance.
Jeez. Boy, and this is one of them. This is just one.
That's just one.
This is just
one.
My brother, you know.
That's the point.
You know, well, it's 8 o'clock, but some people would get upset. Some people may not be in agreement with it. But you know, I honestly, with this information, as upsetting as it would be, there's this information. There's what we got from the audit report 2021. I think we need to get to the bottom of all these things. I need to hear at least some form of response. I think I want to go ahead and make a call for the opposition to go ahead, even if it's one public accounts committee meeting. I think at least one. At least make the call. Make the call publicly. And let's see what the response is. Let's see what happens. Exactly. Let us judge for ourselves what happens going forward.
But let me tell you something, Fuji. Once there's a paper trail, at some point it's going to come out.
Things will shop.
Every week. They try to cover up COVID vaccines and this and that, and every week information is coming out that exposing these people more and more what they did. But they got the court systems and them wrapped up so badly that it's for everybody to get prosecuted.
But you see, at the end of the day, I think most persons right now, presently, even without paying attention to the outcome, the repercussions that may follow, I think the general consensus across the board, people want to hear their response, the government's response to all of this. And then we go from there. That is where I'm some kind of response. I mean, say something in defense of yourself, in defense of your action or inaction. Say something.
But I agree with you. But tell me something. Is the response going to be a genuine response?
Well,
or it's going to be something a facade to pretty it up?
At least we
will
hear.
When the report itself states exactly what was found.
Well, we are not as dumb a people as we used to be in recent years gone by. I could say that.
I agree with that. I am agreeing with you with that.
Vincentians are far more enlightened, knowledgeable, educated now than in recent years gone by. That is why they're not getting away with a lot of things. People are not paying attention to a lot of things that they would have allowed to slide in years gone by. People are paying attention and holding them accountable for these things, you know. Whether they take action now, there's a day that will come when action will be taken. Affirmative action will be taken. There's a day that will come. People just need to know, you know. People just need to know they would stay quiet. They would stay quiet, yes. But at least they know.
Government can push and push and push until something has to give.
Wait, hold on. Hold a second. Let's just do the top. Let's just hold on the line.
No sweat.
SVG starts with OMG in the morning on the trending station. OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
Max Carl and Lexi. All you know let we go now.
As the sun rises, it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, yeah.
No, it's carnival, no more stress.
We don't wanna stress. No. We just wanna be free.
Peace from everywhere, glad to be here. They're ready for the mass and fun. Nothing compared, so give life a check.
Yes, man.
Now we jamming at the true like sun. Having a time of life.
Yes, we having a time.
Everywhere is pandemonium. Having a time of life.
We doing the dirty dance.
We sinking now we cranium.
Spencer, you still there?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, good. We're gonna wrap this up shortly. We will be wrapping this up shortly. Now, like I said, I am gonna go ahead and call on the opposition NDP to call a meeting for the Public Accounts Committee. Good morning. Spencer, hold the line, Spencer.
Spencer Silly?
Spencer there. Spencer.
Yeah, listening.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
All right.
Morning, Fuji.
My brother.
Good morning.
Oh my God.
Listen. I want Bones to go into that audit. So, but he miss a very important part, because what is interesting in the audit is not just that the director of audit could say you circumvent this and circumvent that, you know. Inside the audit, they show you how they were circumvented. For example, when it came to housing,
I didn't want to go into all that.
and this is off the top of my head, when it came to housing, instead of going through the process that they should by leasing a house for a year, where the monies will now have to go through, you know, all the processes, and everybody will see where the money go. What they did, what Mr. Weeks and his EO did, because and this is the nasty part of the thing, is that it was supposed to be the EO, the AS, and Mr. Weeks. They kick out the AS. They consciously kicked out the AS, and so everything was done between the EO and Mr. Weeks as the permanent secretary at the time. This is the nasty part of this. So it was a forethought.
Wow.
And also,
you see, yeah, go ahead.
Also, in that,
I didn't want to include all that, right, Jensen?
Yeah, but let me just say, in the document, one of the most important things is that questions were asked of him that he refused to answer.
Women refuse to answer. Are you allowed to refuse to answer during an audit report?
Part of the recommendations of the auditor, you know, is that they should pull Weeks and question him and get the answers from him, you know.
And if you refuse to answer, what happens?
You should go to jail. You should go to jail.
Boy, I don't know what would be your response. But go ahead.
Remember in 2011, when the Public Accounts Committee was called, this was one of the matters taken out by Julian Francis and the ULP. This matter, and I don't know if you remember the matter of Alan Alexander up at Ministry of
it's agriculture.
Agriculture, where he was basically selling stuff to himself, to the ministry. These two things were taken off of the agenda for the Public Accounts Committee.
I did hear about this situation. I didn't know what specific items were taken out, but now it all makes sense.
Listen to me. The auditor general asked the question: how the hell did IADC get mixed up with health? How?
But that's why I wanted. I asked Bones was to repeat what he said when he made that statement about the IADC. I mean, like what the hell? What we mean refund? We mean refund the IADC? Refund the IADC for what?
A lot of nonsense, brother. When you look at the amount of food that was bought, yeah. Because I want to speak quickly because I'm on the boat and I might go into an area where I might put out. But when you look at the amount of food that was bought, you wonder who eat all them food then. The amount of KFC, the amount of big bag of juice. But the thing is that you had, let me tell you something. You had washing machines going missing, can't be accounted for. You have laptops going missing, can't be accounted for. Wow. You have thumb drives and all kind of memory banks going missing, can't be accounted for. All of these things can't be accounted for. The worklessness with the housing, no answers. Wow. A whole heap of things. Money is gone. Yes, being kicked out, so the EO and the PS did the nastiness and never take that. So you see why at the end of the day we have all of these things, money is going missing, this, that, people being protected.
Okay, hold on, Kenson. Bones wanted to come in with something. Bones, let me hear what you say.
No, you see, and when you come on and you speak the truth based on information that's public, the public has a right to know this.
Of course we
do. Everybody in opposition now wants to eat up. But let me tell you something, I really tell them when they coming at me, they better come good,
No,
because I ain't intimidating nobody, but this is the kind of stuff that needs to be put out.
No, I wanna
people come on, people come on and try to be deceptive. What is about all this deception? You're gonna get catch at some point.
But my question is Bones. Daily we will hear, I've been calling for 10 years for the Public Accounts Committee to meet. Why is it that at the time when they met and they took your stuff off, you didn't say no, let it meet because I want to claim my name?
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly.
But I don't know, I would like to hear both of you response on this. I am calling on the NDP, the opposition party, to go ahead and make a call for a convening of the Public Account Committee. We need to get to the bottom of this. Listen,
I fully agree.
We cannot have.
And let me say this,
I mean, come on.
Fuji,
I'm going to tell you, I have a good feeling that we will be hearing about that soon. Just a feeling.
We need to.
Trust me.
Bones, let me hear you.
Yeah, no, I say that is the job of an opposition. It's part of the rules. It's law.
Of course. But you see, this is the issue. The issue is, yes, it's law. But we have seen how this government, this regime, has found ways to circumvent the laws, even the Constitution.
And it must not be a situation. It must not be a situation where they are allowed to take off any items. We want everything across the board.
Here in our face, Fuji, here in our faces, something that Eustace brought up in 2011, where you say the lateness of these audits need to stop.
Of course,
this was one of the
but we were also made
at the last Public Accounts Committee.
We were made a promise that it would have stopped by the Minister of Finance.
What we told that the willy-nilly spending of our use of special warrants will have stopped too. You see, before I go, we have to give the NDP credit and Major Liquor especially credit.
Yes.
For the kind of things that are coming out now pertaining to our finances. Because when we see the kind of monies that are disappearing, and you can't give any account for them. Well, as I said this morning, look at 2021, what about 2022, 23, and 24?
I think it's going to be catastrophically worse, That's how bad it is.
I will say this before I go. Let me just say one more thing before I go. I always say the day there's a change of government and a proper audit is done, we will find out that we are in no less than $6 billion debt in this country. You know why? If you have if the audit, the audit from the director of audit could say, money is coming in here through loans, which should be going through by the rate of the constitution says any money coming into the country must go into the consolidated fund, and it's not being so. So loans coming and disappearing to the tune of millions. Loans are not being serviced and all of that. What about those that we still don't know about? All of these public servants and support who hide in these things. Everybody should be made to pay.
Yes. All right, then, my buddy. Thank you for coming in there with us. Bones, anything you want to leave?
All right. Yeah. Let me wrap up too. Let me tell you something, right? I gotta say, Major been pointing out a lot of these things for a long time.
Yes.
But nobody's paying attention to it because you know what? A lot of people don't listen to Parliament, which is bad. I've heard Major many times talk about it. Right? People don't pay attention. They hear, but they don't listen.
Well, we better start paying attention now. We're in a really bad place, you know. Let me facilitate one more via the WhatsApp day, Bones, for a quick second. Hold on. All right. Good morning. Welcome, my brother.
Good morning, Fuji.
Morning,
welcome.
Shady.
Good morning, Spencer.
Morning.
I can't help but just sit here as a born Vincentian and just shake my head. Because the subject of what Spencer read this morning has come on this station consistently, lambasting the leader of the opposition for abrogating his responsibility for not calling the Public Accounts Committee meeting, knowing full well that
may be
the
revealed.
overwhelming evidence is unflattering and a damning indictment on his government, the government that he supports. But
No. Rephrase that. No.
Rephrase which part?
I am right in the middle, buddy. Come with your policies, and I would go on which side I think has the best policy. I ain't for no party.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
No. What I meant to say.
I don't think he meant
Spencer,
you.
I wasn't referring to you.
I don't think he was referring to you.
The individual who has been calling.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Not you. I know how you stand, my brother. I know you're a public interest guy. You stand for public policy. And this is why even I myself have joined the conversation saying I want the opposition to call the leader.
Yeah. I think we need it. We need it.
Committee meeting. But you see, the other side, the government side, they're treating this thing as a political football. You understand what I'm saying? It's a way of pointing at the leader of the opposition and say, "Oh, you're lazy, you're not doing your work or whatever." But
they're just being pompous. It's psychology they're using it.
Yeah, let me pop in here for a minute. No.
All right.
No. So from here on.
Boots. Okay,
no problem. So from here on, let's put it this way. If the NDP wins the election, you see all these little loopholes where they're circumventing all this stuff, and it's not just down there, it's in Canada here too, it's all over. And I keep telling people, a Yugoslavian guy put a riddle to me, a thing to me one day. He said, "How do you eat an elephant?" And here I am knocking up my head, trying to figure out how you eat an elephant. And I give up. He said, "You know how you eat an elephant, Spencer? One bite at a time, you would eventually finish it."
Fair enough.
One bite at a time. You know what they do it. But let me tell you something. Governments are put in place to maneuver and manipulate the citizenry of their country to get ultimate power, so that they will eat away at little laws that you don't pay attention to.
But eventually they're gonna add up.
And one day it's going to add up, and then you come back and you say, "Boy, I didn't know that was what was going to happen." And guess what? To repeal that law, you know the procedure, and you may never get it repealed. By that time, you don't all the authority. I need people in Vincent and elsewhere listening to this program to start paying attention to what your government do and hold them accountable. I don't care who it is. It's going to affect you in the long run. Stop giving blind loyalty to any political party unless you're in it for yourself.
Maybe they benefit in one way or the other.
Yes, everybody should be able to benefit.
Oh man, listen, my brother, much appreciation, alright? Thank you for calling and sharing and enlightening us about some of our realities.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. You see me? I'm a die-hard patriot. I live in Canada here for over 41 years. But I've been in St. Vincent more than you could shake a stick at. But my heart never left St. Vincent. I'm here physically in Canada. My heart is in St. Vincent. And my heart, it pains me what I see government doing all over the world. It's just ridiculous. And all of them going dead and leave everything. But what happens to the next two generations that come from their bloodline? What are they leaving behind for them? Nothing but agony.
A legacy of indebtedness.
Destruction. A legacy of destruction.
Boy, it's a sad place. Very disturbing place we're in right now.
Yeah, but you know what? It could be changed in a food thing.
Of course it can be changed. It will be changed. I could tell you that much.
Yes. And you know what? It's people like you who got to make the people know what's going on.
That's why I'm here, right?
That's right.
All right.
You have to let people know and smarten people up and stop telling people you're voting for this and you're voting for that. There's somebody come and chuck a $300 in your hand. $300 a month to your next month.
That's it. Money done. All right. Okay,
you know
everybody. Enough respect. Not a thing.
All right, buddy.
All right, then. Thank you very much. We pay some bills in shorty shot. Let me end this one and take this one. Someone else wanna get inside. But you can go ahead and call. Sorry, I had you waiting for so long. Feel free to call us back 451-1069. Good morning.
Fuji.
Morning.
I just use a term on your radio every time I call.
Why is that?
Who the ass love? He lick.
That one.
And who he do love? He kick.
My brother, you hear them kind of information then? Lord have mercy.
If that is what is happening in the Ministry of Health alone, you could imagine what is happening in other ministries with a bigger budget.
But we share what came out from the DPP last week. We shared that up to last week.
This is madness.
This
is madness. And then you come with your rhetoric and your thing. We don't have every passport. And everybody jump on that bandwagon. We don't have every passport.
And they're lazy.
You know, we lazy.
And that is it.
But now that more intellectual young people are writing on this topic.
Turn on the radio.
You know, now that more Vincentian people are writing on this topic and airing the views and giving their points on this topic, giving a positive opinion, you know, whether for or against. People don't like that.
Now, I am calling. I don't know if you're going to join me in making the call, but I want to call. I want to beg the NDP, call a meeting
of the Public
Accounts Committee. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need answers. And listen, you realize they didn't not even by a mistake, did they make any kind of response with all that came out from the other report for 2021? Nothing.
And that was what? That was 2021?
2021, my brother.
If that was 2021 and there had so much discrepancies, you could imagine what happened for 22, 23, 24.
Well, we're 25 now. Imagine. I am calling on the NDP. Give us one, even if it's one. Let us hear for ourselves.
Yep.
Let us hear for ourselves.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Man, have a good weekend.
Thank you. We got about 2 more. We can probably take about 2 more. Let me see if I'm going to get this one on WhatsApp. No, I'm not getting that one. Let me try see if I get this one. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Fuji, my friend.
Morning.
And Fuji,
yes,
and when it calls, they must find a way and get the funding to get it broadcast live. This is not original from me. Somebody made the suggestion already, and I want to thank Kenson and yourself for doing a wonderful job and morning, because I like how Kenson always say and bring in the issue of the Constitution, because we know that the Constitution has been seriously disrespected and treated like nothing in this country by this administration. Okay, my brother, I'm loving it. And
I am. Would you join me in making the call? Are you joining me in making the call? I am calling. I am begging. I am pleading. I am beseeching. I don't on my knees. Can we have one meeting?
Bring it live.
I just wanna hear.
Bring it. Hear what I said?
All right then. Okay, everybody. All right then. Thank you very much, everybody. We got some more. We got some commercials coming up. We got more calls coming in. Are you joining me in making the call? I am making a call. I am begging. I am pleading. I'm reaching out. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Welcome.
Good. I am glad that you're saying you're calling, right, for a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. But Kenton said something this morning which I don't think we must basically brush over.
Which is what?
Or slight. Kenton said a meeting was called before and Julian Francis removed from the agenda that matter which you are discussing.
Good. No, just take a quick pin. Just take a quick pin. And that is why I said we need to know, right? When the call is made, they must not be allowed to take off anything, or they would have to answer to the public why that particular item is being taken off. Fair enough?
Right.
We need accountability. Go ahead.
But Fuji, my point really is this, what you should be saying, and this is the part, you should be calling for a meeting again. Because one was called.
Okay, so call.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very important.
All right, everybody.
Very important.
So are you joining me? Are you joining me in making that call again?
Yes, sir.
All right then. Thank you, my brother.
100%.
Thank you, my brother. All right then. Good. One more. I can facilitate one more. We gonna be jumping into some carnival vibes in a little bit. All right. We got some commercials on the way. Let me see who else is trying to get inside. Listen, when you make connection, it must be brief. All right, it must be brief. Just letting you know, please and thanks. It's not that I'm trying to rush you out or I'm trying to rush you off, but we are way out of time. We got some commercials and we have another segment that we must go to in just a little bit. All right, so let me see. Somebody else says, for whatever reason, I'm not getting to connect via the WhatsApp. Like I did mention earlier, we've been having some internet issues. All right, so if you're not getting through via the WhatsApp, you might have to go directly. Let me give you a few seconds for those of you who want to get in via the. For those of you who want to get in, let me give you a quick minute. Let me give a quick minute. All right, let me see if I can get this one in. Good morning. Good morning.
Fuji.
Hey, morning. Hey.
You know, I don't like to have to call back, but I'm going to say this.
Quickly.
We need to. I'm joining you in making that call. In this too, right? We need to make sure. One, there is no way that this government is going to run and come and say the rules are not sufficient. We will remind them that in the House, the Speaker said they were sufficient, and the Prime Minister himself said the same when he contradicted himself. Number two, we also need to remember that the Speaker herself, according to the Constitution, can convene a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. She could come and say, listen to me, we need this now because we need accountability.
Yeah,
that
we need it now.
Show you how high the corruption in this country goes.
We need it
that
now.
Not even the Speaker is acting independently in the best interest of the country. And number three, we need to remember that the Director of Audit, listen to this carefully, the Director of Audit can bypass all parliamentarians and go straight to the Speaker and say, hello, look at audit. Call the PSC.
Why is that
could happen.
Why is that not being done? If there's that provision, why isn't it not being utilized?
Everybody hiding and they get out card. Oh, Dr. Friday lazy. No, that's not true.
Man, no.
Dr. Friday was put in a position where, just like what happened to Eustace, would have happened to him, where they made the Public Accounts Committee of no use.
Well,
because they have the power there to do what they must do, but they're not doing it. So if
hello?
Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, yeah, you dropped out for a little bit there.
That says...
I think maybe you're at that location now, Kenson. Alright, so maybe we might add a link another time there, Kenson. Maybe you're at that location where the signal dropped. Alright, now, again, the previous caller said to call on the opposition New Democratic Party to convene or to call on the Public Accounts Committee. Alright, I am begging, I am pleading, I am beseeching, I am down on my knees. Call it again. We need to know what is happening with our financial affairs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is overbearing. It is upsetting. It is scary. It's frightening. Final entry, and then we go to some commercials and then we jump outside. Good morning.
Good morning, UG.
Morning.
I hope the NDP members are listening.
They're listening, trust me.
The people in behind them, not the people they behind them.
Alright, everybody.
I hope them listening. We need them too.
Alright then, everybody. Thank you for calling. This one was in already as well. Alright. We're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I am not in a good place where this audit report is concerned. I am really not in a good place. And that was what we got in 2024 for 2021. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
I want to join you on the call, but also, Fuji, I want to say this to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the majority of the people that is, they're not interested in nothing that affects them or benefit them. Because they can call the say too. They can show up in Kingston by the Parliament House and demand that we, the people of this country, can do that without your permission. You understand? So we just rock back, you and me and a few people keep bawling for them, screaming for them, and they just lay back. And then when they meet you now, they driving, Fuji, boy, I'll tell you this, you know, they say, you know that. Tell them call you on the radio station and make a point. Tell them go public. Nobody wants to talk for the right. And that's why the politicians.
We're going to change that. We're going to change that. Alright? Okay then, my brother. We're going to end it there. You're absolutely correct. Call it, make your move, and let them either respond or bury themselves. That is it right there. Let us see you making the call, and let us see how they respond. Fuji, this is why the NDP and Friday have to get licks. Why you have to be begging for this? I don't mind. I don't mind. Winston Soso voice. That's what we're going to end it for today. Let's wait and see what happens going forward. Alright, thank you all. Don't forget the homework for this weekend is to find Nemo. That is your homework for the weekend. Find Nemo. Less than 2 weeks away from the start of the hurricane season and Nemo is nowhere to be found. Let's do this and we come right back.
This Friday, all roads lead to the Calico Hardcore for the launching of the Bacchanal. We're talking about St. George's Carnival launch party. Starting time 8 p.m. Come witness lots of local artists, big DJs, lots of food and drinks on sale.
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now.
Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
For that.
Paddler's Diapers. Paddlers for comfort, care, and cost. Absorbent, long-lasting diapers for babies and adults. I will only give my loved ones the best. Paddlers are available at Lanes and selected distributors. Lanes, the family store for value.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, closing deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses.
You know we gon' mash it up, put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, 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 nobody would party like Vincy. So come on, come on. Made in Vincy. Oh, we just rock down friends, we just tear down dance, we just shell down place. Oh, we come like the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' mash it up, put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, 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 nobody could party like Vincy. With the breadfruit and the saltfish. You know we gon' mash it up. Put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, 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 nobody could party like Vincy. So come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're bad, come on, man. Show up your hand, come on, man. Show them that you're bad, come on, man. Let them know you're mad, come on, man. Show up your hand. Hey, man, party nice. Papa call me, he tell me the party high. Fancy people, we live in a party life. Sunset busting on me head just like a 45. Hey, yeah, you know we there, that's how we stay. It's every day, yeah. Hey, yeah, you know we there, that's how we stay. How we no play, boom, we come like the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up, put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, 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 nobody could party like Vincy. With the breadfruit in the saltfish. You know we gon' lash it up, put me in the party. You know we gon' mash it up. Nobody, 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 nobody.
Nobody. Listen. Hey, not even sure where to begin. But I'll tell you this, just to let you know. So we had scheduled another segment where we were to be featuring some 3 artists, Vincy artists. But because of the unstable internet situation that we've been battling with since yesterday, that is not permitting us to go ahead with that interview. All right, so we unfortunately have to reschedule that to next week, Friday, God's willing. All right, we have already apologized to the artists and explained the situation and so on and so forth. All right, yeah, but I gotta let you know that the official launch of Vincy Mas, the New York edition, like I told you yesterday, listen, New York, we're taking over New York this week and tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow afternoon, there's the kids fair from 3 in the PM, and then showtime is from 5 o'clock in the PM at the Nazareth Regional High School, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York. Yes, the official launch of Vincy Mas, the New York's edition. Get yourselves ready up in New York. Go out and represent the thing. That's our thing. That's how we think. That's for we own. Tomorrow, take the kids out at the kids fair at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then showtime is from 5 o'clock. The Nazareth Regional High School. All right, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York. I have great news. I have excellent news. I have exciting news. I'll share that in a little bit. Only be calm. Call somebody, tell somebody, come in. We have news. We bounce a few more as we get you ready for Vincy Mas 2025, baby.
me. I don't like when people trouble me. I's a man, I full with energy. I's a man, I match up any place, any party and session where you gonna be. I's a man, we make the girl them drink rum. I's a man, we make the girl them have fun. I's a man, we make the girl them wind down. I tell you the hottest girl from Jam Down. My girl, wind up, just wind up, just wind up, baby, wind up, just wind up, just wind up, just wind up, baby, wind up, just wind up, just wind up, just wind up, baby, wind up, just wind up, and line up, and line up.
He want to eat up the body raw, so I give him the body raw. He want to eat up the body raw, so I give him the body raw. He want to eat up.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Call somebody. All you come. We got great news. And maybe one or two of you who did not get in and you still want to do so, you still feel like you have a need to share, you can go ahead and do so, alright? Yeah, you can go ahead. Jeez, y'all didn't even wait. Y'all didn't even wait. Let me see if we make connection with this one. Okay, there we go. We have some luck there. Let me push this up. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Fuji.
Morning.
Thank you for calling.
Welcome.
My call. Now I want to make an appeal. I wish she could permit me, please.
It depends on what it is about.
Yesterday I went to the water authority and I met this old lady.
Right.
Came up in a bus to go and pay her bill. Took a bus from Camden Park. She said she took out her money out of her purse to pay the conductor. Unfortunately, she being the age she is, probably forget she didn't put her purse back in her bag. She came out of the bus only to realize her purse is missing. All of her document, money is in there. Fuji, I don't know this lady.
Wow.
She says she's from Montrose, but she's from Fancy. She live in Fancy, but she have a home in Montrose, New Montrose. And Fiji, I stood there and I felt it so bad that I have to take $2 out of my money just to give her.
So she forgot the purse where? She forgot the purse at home?
She forget the purse. She forget that she didn't put the purse back in her bag.
Before she leave
and
home?
She came out of the van. So the purse must have dropped in the van. She stayed there until I was there when he saw the bus. He stopped the bus and tell them about it. So I am appealing to whoever.
So so she didn't get back the purse from the van?
She did not get back the purse. And I'm telling you, Fuji, I had to try, and others try to calm her. Don't fret up yourself. And
but what I'm trying to get at, bear with me, right? Now, if it's a situation where it has more to do with memory loss, let me use that, right? Chances are it could also be that she didn't remember whether or not she put wait.
Yeah.
She maybe she don't remember whether or not the purse went in her bag before she left home. That is also an option.
No, but hear me, Fiji. She said she took out the money in the bus.
Okay. From the purse. Right, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So she purchased some stuff. She even had a bag of chicken.
Okay, right. That's clear now.
Stuff. Yeah, she said she even buy stuff the Friday, which is today she would have been coming into town from Montrose to buy the rest of stuff. But she buy what she can. And she said she came up to pay the water. But it happens that maybe when she about to come out, she forget that she didn't put the purse back in her bag, and she might have rested on her lap. And by getting up, and others were in the bus. Fiji, I felt it. So I am appealing to people, whoever, because Fuji, if passenger find a purse in a bus, they should give it to the conductor or to the driver.
Well, we hope that they would be honest.
If they find it on the ground outside, like I heard many people would have done so, carry it to the police station. Fiji, I heard the lady said, "Oh God, when me going to tell me husband?" You understand what I'm saying? She would have gotten a lot of money because she didn't disclose how much. You know what I'm saying? And I am appealing to whoever it was that took that woman's purse.
Right. Yeah.
She is crying. She is in pain. Her heart aches. I felt it. I don't know her.
Yeah,
please return the lady purse.
Which van did she mention?
Van from Camden Park, a white van from Camden Park, reaching down Bethel School and come back to town. I ain't calling the number because I can't remember, but it's a white bus.
Right. Okay.
I'm appealing to whoever it was. Please return
if you found it,
the
please.
force to the conductor, to the driver, or to the police station. Thank you, Fuji. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you for sharing as well. Do the right and honorable thing. You found it. In the first place, it doesn't belong to you. Do the right thing. All right, please. All right, Sunday. I think I did say, I guess anxiety and all of that, the excitement. I did say tomorrow. It's actually Sunday. The official launch of Vincimas, the New York edition. Sunday. Thank you, Rosemary. Good looking out. You're a good soldier, Rosemary. Big up yourself. All right, so Sunday, the official launch of Vincimas in New York at the Nazareth Regional High School. All right, 475 East 57th Street in Brooklyn. Happy birthday, Romel. Big up to Romel. I think I see Winston inside said that he's celebrating 64 years today. Happy birthday to you. I have exciting news. I'll share that with you in a little bit. Shady, we got commercials, we got ads. We play some more tunes, and then we go out. Corruption is so ripe in this place, someone says. The CDB took back monies because the tendering process for the project was not followed. The Minister of Works at the time said boldly in Parliament that they will go over the tenders board as they have done before. Oh, wow. They would go over the tenders board as they have done before to give the project to whomever they wanted. And they took the monies from the consolidated fund to do so. That is a serious breach of the rules of corruption. Now, there's also another part of that audit report back at the prisons that came out. Listen, this thing, as much as you might find it funny, according to how you look at it, and maybe the frame of mind, the mood that you're in, some of it is laughable, you know. But there's a lot more from that same audit report that will be made public shortly, you know. Listen. Anyways, one or two tunes, and then we come back and I share a bit more information with you inside OMG on a Friday morning.
Welcome, let me show you something. Your teacher's a big woman. Welcome, let me show you something. Your feelings a big woman. Welcome, let me show you something. Your teacher's a big woman. Welcome, let me show you this. Welcome, let me show you something. Welcome, let me show you this. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you this. Japanese girl come straight in seas. She want go to all them parties. This one how she could repay me. This is what I come to tell she. Money me wa, money me wa, money me wa. That is how you could repay me. Sushi. Money me wa, money me wa, money me wa. That is how you could repay me. Money, money, I want money, money, money. Me want money, money, money. I want money, money, money. Me want money. Tell me what you want, man. Come by the fan. How what you need? Jam, jump inside the fan. How much are you? Just one. Come by the fan. Why got the jump? Shan, jump inside the fan. Tell me what you want, man. Come by the fan. How what you need? Jam, jump inside the fan. How much are you? Just one. Come by the fan. Why got the jump? Shan, jump inside the fan. Now why you sit down and ride it like a top rider? And when I've been gone, please don't tell me stop neither. How why you sit down and ride it like a top rider? And when I've been up the just girl like I a fan. Filthy people fed up ourselves.
Let's go backward for a quick minute.
You can't see real.
Shady, you get Will? Not even peace, boy. Not even peace, boy. Jeez. Set the sail. I got planting. No whale. I got planting, but no whale. Lord.
People fed up.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't see wheel.
Somebody asked me if I got tomatoes. I don't eat tomatoes, so I wasn't bothered by the tomatoes. I got plantain though. My daughter love a plantain bad. Yeah. I got plantain. I didn't get no whale. Hey, we're gonna shut it down shortly. Let's go. We going down.
Well, pussy. Well, we got gun. We got tongue. We got back wet. We got union. Make it. Well, pussy.
Well, pussy.
Boy, if you come to play your mouth, show me one finger. If you're dirty on your mouth, show me two finger. When we shell it down, we better than 10 ninja. Ask God if your party too clean, we go. Rank it up, big behavior. Rank it up, big behavior. Rank it up, we mash up on them. Rank it up, big behavior. Rank it up, big behavior.
I think there's somebody else on this video. Somebody else on it. Yeah. We got some great music out this year, you know. Exciting times. Musically speaking in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yeah.
Hey, what you come here for? It's badness you come here for. It's mischief you come here for. Well then you're in the right place. What you come here for? It's nothing you come here to eat. It's this thing you come here for. You're in the right place. But if you're mad, show me one finger. If you're dirty and you're mad, show me two finger. When we shell it down, we better than 10 ninja. Ask God if you're mad. I G to the E to the shell. Move, shell it. Shell. Come let we shell it. Shell. Pick up the fed. Shell it. What? Nonsense. Open the gate. Move all the barricade. Move all the barricade. Who tell them that we friend? Open the gate.
It's rhythm bad though.
Who tell them that we friend? Who tell them that?
I think it's what? It's whale oil. It's bad. Yeah. I think I want to hear something of the Universe 1. I think Universe 1 rhythm before we go. Let me try to wrap it up quickly. Wait to this Jam Buns, but the Jam Buns. Big up Jam Buns. Happy birthday, my brother. Manners, more years. Many more years, my brother. Happy birthday. G-May. We're going now, brethren. Big up Jomo as well. Welcome back to New York City, Jomo. Big up Jomo. Don't mind me, I always there. I always there. Until Trump ready for me, I always there. Yeah. Hey, let me see. Oh yeah. Bring it. Get jump on a little.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year from them. Yeah. One will vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we're doing it again. Yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Wow. One more year from them.
Jambo's big up more life and strength, General. Somebody says happy birthday to Barry as well. Big up Barry Williams. He turns 60 today. Yeah, they said good morning, Future. I like what you're doing. Great job. Call them out. Too much millions. Sound like a lump sum, eh? Too much millions unaccounted for. And they're making a joke of it. That is what upsets me most. They're making a joke of it. It's like partner, they'd say it's not a hanging offense. It's not a hang. So what? $266 million unaccounted for in the consolidated fund. So what? Who cares? Yeah. It's not a hanging offense. even if we bring the special warrants, the information in that regard late, 4 years later, so what? That's a non-issue. Might not be a hanging offense, but it could be a chargeable offense. Somebody must be held accountable. Somebody must be made to pay or repay. Alright? We're going to get to the bottom of this. I promise you all that. We will get to the bottom of this. We're going to shut it down now. And I'm going to leave you with this bit of information. Let me say thank you, Spencer. Thank you very much for sharing, Bones, for sharing that bit of information in that regard, because it adds to the sad, upsetting, disturbing situation in terms of the enlightenment, or being enlightened as to where we are, the realities of our dire situation that we're in here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Financially speaking, it ain't good. It ain't good at all. It ain't good. It ain't good at all. Big up to Kensner. But so it's not Jambon's birthday. It's not. Man, yeah, look, somebody says happy birthday, Winston Jambon's young, so we thought it was you, my brother. I ain't that bad with the reading. I am not that bad. My head hard at times. Very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. But I could read. Yeah, so maybe the person got it mixed up. So advance birthday greetings to you then. You make sure you go play a song all kind of day. Jambon said birthday's in July.
Listen, cancer like me?
Yeah. Advance birthday greetings to you then. So it's Winston Williams. Winston Williams. Oh, so that's the same Winston that I also send birthday greetings to. Yeah, somebody else sent in that bit of greetings there. So big up Kenson as well. All those of you who called and shared, y'all make my job, y'all make my life so much easier when I come in here and I start blowing out. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it. All those of you who would share via WhatsApp, because my brethren Jimmy and everybody else who would share via WhatsApp, those who would chime in every now and again via the live stream, I appreciate it all. Not too sure when I'll be back. Big up Bing Bing. Like I said, by the grace of God, we'll be back in on Monday. No. Ice and pancake. I was reliably informed. I think y'all caught me on my phone when we resumed from the last commercial break that we had. Y'all caught me on my phone. Alright, hope management didn't see it because that ain't supposed to be happening. Big up management! Right? That ain't supposed to be happening. But, at least you saw me on the phone though. Now that call, I got a call and I was reliably informed that, and this is people power, the calls that we made, probably, no, I can't say whether or not they were planning before. They might have been planning before, but I got the call this morning, so I am speaking about this morning. I got a call just a while ago to reliably inform us that the NDP will be calling a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. Try to give me some chairs this up. The NDP will be calling on the government to convene a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. That's great news. So, you see all those unanswered questions about the reckless spending, I am tempted to say mismanagement. No. What I really want to say, the misappropriation or the misappropriating of our funds, that's what I really want to say. But let me say, the mismanaging of our monies, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Someone must be held accountable. We need accountability. We need accountability. Someone or several persons or everybody involved must be held accountable. That's mad. That's mad money. Millions upon millions of dollars unaccounted for. And nobody addressing it. No one addressing it. Like seriously? Nah, I can't go like there's no Ma Bishop. And Ma Bishop, the operations of a Ma Bishop are run much better than the way in which we run in the man, vendors and all. Street vendors and all doing a better job at running their affairs and the finances than what we're getting from the government when it comes to our monies. We need to know what's going on. Power to the people. We need to know what's going on, and we're not taking no stupidness whereby you're not allowed to take off any items. We need to know everything. It's our money and we need to know how it is being spent. That's all I said. But that says nah, no chairs yet. When we hear it and we see it that is being called, then you give the chair. Hey, I was reliably informed that the NDP will be calling a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. Somebody says, and make sure they stream it live so everyone could hear and see. And Jonathan says, and the airport need fixing. Jonathan cutting like one of them Spanish station back in the days, boy. Hey, but oh my God, it's 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. We gone. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Have a great weekend. Do not forget the homework on the weekend. I see Jimmy sent in his homework already, and a lot of y'all using AI to cheat this. Listen, a lot of students these days, they use AI to assist them with doing homework and doing the research. Nothing really wrong with that. Nothing really wrong with that. And that's what Jimmy did. So Jimmy already sent in his homework. Finding Nemo. We need to find Nemo. Bright and early Monday morning. We need to hear from Nemo. Oh God, don't be so ridiculous with it, man. Come on. Less than 2 weeks away from the start of the hurricane season. I think they would call it the transatlantic hurricane season 2025. Let's hear from you. Let's know where we at. Let's know what is needed to be done. All right, there are some people who are not in a good place physically, mentally. Right? A number of persons are not yet in a good place. Let's find out what is in place to assist them, to ensure that they're comfortable. We have to go through all these storms that are being projected. We have to go through them together. But we could only be readily prepared if, that level of preparedness is being executed together. Nemo, you're the one with the responsibility of leading this charge. You shouldn't have to wait for me to come and tell you that we need to hear from you. That is part of your mandate. I mean, all now is late. All now is really, really late. Better late than never. Alright, have a great weekend. Enjoy, y'all be safe, y'all be responsible. I'll be back in tomorrow and on Sunday. Teachers Talk on Sunday. Teachers Talk on Sunday, so we'll be inside with the teachers on Sunday. Not commenting, just technical stuff. Don't mind me. Alright then. So until Take good care of yourselves. We love all you. We out of this until.
In the red zone.
So we gonna be weekend. So we gonna be weekend.